Let's make magic.
Ooh, they have a snowball run.
Who does?
Look, the little elf.
We're apparently live. Okay, good. Hey, folks, how's it going? I don't even have my ears on yet. Welcome.
Oh, that's great.
Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Good to have you here. And running a minute or two late. Just how it is. What is this now?
It's the Santa Tracker.
Oh, well, why don't you tell the nice people about the Santa Tracker?
Okay, it's the Google Santa Tracker.
Okay.
And it counts down until when Santa gets here. Wow. And apparently it's 16 days, 8 hours, 54 minutes, and 1 second.
And he takes it to the face.
Now it's 53 minutes and 57 seconds. Anyway, so on this, it's an app. So it's a Google app. So on this app, they have games.
Right.
The first one's called Snowball Run.
Right.
Where little elves line up. And you're the little blue elf.
Right.
And then you do your thing and make it run.
Is the abominable snowman after you?
I don't know. Maybe it's running from snowballs.
All right.
I don't know.
So how do you get the Google Christmas Santa
You go to Google
Tracker?
Play and download the Santa Tracker.
Right.
The Google Santa Tracker.
Okay.
And it has.
And it's brand new. It wasn't like this last year. It's a new fun thing.
They said you are not in uniform.
I am not in uniform. This is how crazy things have been.
I stole the uniform today.
Yeah.
And the app has a little green background with a little Santa head.
Very nice. Yeah, it's literally got a little
Santa head.
Santa face.
So so I will be playing the games. And I don't know if anybody.
Well, we have other Christmas things to talk about too, so this will be a lot of fun
like
tonight.
What my present is?
Right, exactly. All right, so I think we should start this party.
I will tell everybody that you are getting yours Christmas Eve.
Yeah, baby. Just saying.
Your present.
Oh, ho ho ho.
No, not one of those. You got to pay for them. That's illegal.
See, that's how things go around here. Do I have stuff? I don't even I have my thing on here, and I'm talking about my tracker. I have to bring up my music. There we go. You got me all ho crazy.
Can you scroll me down over here?
I'm sorry. Yes, I can scroll you down.
Yeah.
This just sounding really.
There you go. See.
There it is. Okay. Yes, I am not in uniform. Sorry about that.
It's snowing in Ireland.
Is it? That's funny. It's going to be snowing.
It's not going to snow here. It's going to rain, and that's
They're talking snow.
Whatever.
All right, so let's start this up so we can change the Christmas logo to something else.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. All right, folks, sit back, relax, get your favorite libation, your favorite snack. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is coming at you right about now. Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Phlegm. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy, HeadHardHat Smith, and I'm here with the wonderful, the delightful, the DeWitty, the draining wife,
that's
Amy.
You.
Yeah, well, for me, this is actually, I think, a continuation of that same cold that I've had for over a month.
Yeah.
The cold part, the part of actually, the icky, I feel sick stuff is gone. But what has continued, and we've had other kind of colds like this, where you just had that dry cough that would just last
a lot of people
forever.
have got that. So
this year, it's everybody's coughing with this, wet cough is the only way that I can put it. And who is the guy with Jeff Fafa?
Oh, that's pretty.
Well, thank you.
No, Ireland.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We got a picture of Ireland in the chat room.
That's pretty, Jamie.
Very nice. Who am I thinking of the terrorist?
Oh, Ahmed.
Ahmed. And how do you spell his name? And it's like
Phlegm.
A C phlegm, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just everybody, and even in the office where I'm now working at, you hear the cough all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And it just won't go away. So I've been drinking hot tea with honey. They actually have that there. I love this place where I'm working. It's got all this cool stuff. But when I'm sick, I'm drinking tea, you know, and that's what I've been doing, trying to get this stuff going and getting out of you, and it just doesn't work. What's that? What?
I hit clean instead of the other thing.
I guess you're going to have to specify because I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
A little window popped up and
you hit clean.
And I hit clean.
Such is the life. So let me move on to this while Amy tries to figure out what she's doing with her computer that she touches about once a week.
Oh my God.
Recorded live at the GeoSnippits Studios here in Raleigh, North Carolina on December 7th, 2017. And yeah, this is pretty cool. We've got a lot of stuff tonight. I am hit record. I did do that, so that's good. We're going to start a new contest, and this one I'm almost afraid.
Oh wait.
With this, because we've never done it quite like that before. We'll get into more details tonight as well. Let's see. Yada yada yada. Interesting tidbits and information about the game, the sport. Yes, the obsession about geocaching. Blah 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 blah. We have not been able to do a lot of geocaching because we are still both working basically 7 days a week. My new job is averaging an hour and a half to 2 hours each way. So that's basically 3 to 4 hours a day that I'm losing driving in the wonderful, glorious traffic that is around the RTP, as we call it.
I have been doing that since I moved here.
Right, that's
since I moved in this house.
You were born here. You know what it's like.
And it takes...
You can't tell me it has not gotten worse.
It hasn't gotten worse.
It's always been that bad?
It's always been that bad.
Oh, that's just sad.
Yeah, and people are stupid when they drive.
Yes, and down here that's...
don't say that.
And yes, Starcatcher, it's time to catch up on some podcasts. You are absolutely right.
So they're all stupid drivers from up north.
Yeah.
And
not all, no, but most. I would say a lot. A lot of them are. The ones who are driving aggressive are from up north. The ones that are driving stupid down here.
No. Depends on your definition.
I'm purposely getting her southern up. So if you start hearing, ow, she just pinched me in my weak spot. If you start hearing her drawl kick in, it's working. I'm just saying.
So yeah, no, don't.
Thank you for the Santa Club, by the way.
Close.
We drink these all year.
I didn't even spit in your coffee either.
You are so good. We drink all year round with this, but now since it's the holidays, it just kind of fits in. It's kind of like the cobwebs around the outside of your porch. Always suddenly they're Halloween decorations. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short, I have no time to do anything right now except for drive to work, do work, drive back from work, eat something, and go to bed. It's about that much. So I have not had a lot of chance.
Throw in there working a part-time job during the week.
And working a part-time job.
And then you got mine.
Yeah, exactly. Including the weekends for some of us. So yeah, it's
he's ill because I'm off Saturday and I get a few Saturdays off. But you know what? It is keeping me from losing my mind. Because I've been doing this for almost a year now, solid.
Hey, Adventures with Dan is in.
So,
hey, Dan, how's it going, man? Nice to see you.
I don't want to hear it.
Static Jay says he's drinking Starbucks Christmas blend at the moment. Highly recommended. I didn't know they had. Well, I should not be surprised that there are Starbucks in Ireland.
Yeah, I know, everywhere. Right?
Basically, I think they said in some documentary I read somewhere that you can find two things everywhere. Is basically a product of the Coca-Cola and a Snickers bar. It's pretty much everywhere. So it's the same thing. Starbucks everywhere. But yeah, I mean, 'tis the season. Good stuff. Let's see. Let's move on. So yeah, we're going to try to get into some geocaching, but it actually is supposed to snow tomorrow as a possibility.
It's going to rain.
It's going to be terrible.
Whatever. I'm getting that couch.
So yes, we're getting another couch that somebody does not need. And it's a nice couch. And it's got a recliner, my new recliner. I'm very happy.
No, it doesn't have a recliner. That is not what I told you.
What is the flip out thing that you sit on and your legs go up?
It had.
Wait a minute. I
never told you it had a recliner.
It shows a picture of it.
It's a chaise. A chaise, whatever you ever call it. Yeah.
Is that not a chair / recliner?
It is not a recliner.
Well, the major characteristics, not that we're stopping the show on this, but the major characteristics.
And this is mine.
No.
Yeah.
No, you get the one that you've been sitting on all the other time while I sit on the wooden chair.
Oh, no. No.
So yes, you can see how things are
You are mistaken.
And so I thought a recliner was something that you sit in and the thing pops out and your legs get elevated and you sit in it in comfiness of the warmth of your love and family. And so when we get this couch with the chaise, that because for the past 5 years of our wondrous, glorious, loving family and marriage, you have always sat in the recliner while I sat on the hard wooden chair.
That is your choice. You can sit on the couch.
I can't sit on the couch with my legs. We need to make the show longer than a half hour because that's just how it is. Anyway, so that's the fun stuff we're doing. And we'll go from there. You'll find out next week if one of us is dead or not. Because
no, I'm going to have my that. I've been wanting one for I don't know how long, and I'm going to have it.
Now, did you get the drawl? Did you see the Southern get up? Did you see the Southern? Can you hear it? So that's how that goes. Love and kisses. All right. So again, not too much geocaching. We're going to try to get it in, but it's been difficult. So can you watch the show and basically sell tickets for the boxing match that'll be presuming shortly?
Why are you doing this?
Because I love doing podcasting.
You
can watch the live watch the live feed and join us in the chat room by going to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We also have all our social media links that you can sit there and say, do you guys really, we do this all the time is what we hear. And so, yeah, we're real. This is
man, this is it.
It doesn't get any better. Yeah. So I'm just saying it's all there. So you can get in touch with our social links, click in and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get in on the blow by blow discussions when it comes to our lives because we share everything with you fine folks. You're wonderful. And that's why we do it. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't have to worry about phone charges at all. Just go to geosnippets.com on the right side of the screen and select the Send Voicemail tab where you can use our Speak Pipe application that'll work with your mobile phone, your tablets. Does anybody even use tablets anymore? I mean, really?
I don't think so.
It's kind of faded out.
Yeah. I would just use it.
Well, now they just call it my Note 8 and call that their phone a tab or a phablet.
My phablet.
Yes.
If I was going to have one, I'd have it just for patterns and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you really don't hear about that anymore. Or your laptop or your computer with a microphone. And give us a call. Let us know what you think about the shows and stuff that you're up to and what kind of interesting discussions you have with your spouse about different things.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows.
This is it, man. This is what we do.
Yeah. We don't make this up. It's there is
him.
No bullet point that says, let's argue about the couch.
Nope.
So.
Nope. There is nothing to argue about because I'm getting that couch.
I'm gonna love it, and it's all moot right now because
it's mine.
No, because the animals will take over like usual, and that'll be the end of it.
Oh no, I'm having that my seat.
Okay,
I'm having it. I am.
All right.
You just hide and watch, son. I'll tell you.
You'll see now the sun's out. All right. Anyways, let's move on to viewer feedback before Amy gets more southern.
Loses my mind over a couch?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Hi, Andy and Amy. I want to send you a heartfelt thank you for selecting my name for the November Cash Dash prizes. Hearing my name called as the winner of the generous prizes put a smile on my face and brightened my day.
Excellent.
Thanks for all you do. I so enjoy your podcast. As a note of clarification, my name, Vel, is a shortening of Velvedel, and I'm a gal, not a guy. LOL.
Love you.
You are not the first person who has confused my name. Keep up the good work, Gray Wolf 5.
Yep. Thanks, Vel. Now, I'm sorry, and you've had to have gone through this because literally, what is the first word when you heard her actual name? What was the first word that popped in your mind?
I can't say it.
Wait a minute. That was the second word. The first word was Velveeta.
Oh, yeah. I can see that too.
Val, we love you. Thank you, hon. And your prize is going to be on the way very shortly, as everybody else's.
We just haven't gotten to the post office yet, honey. It's all right.
It's been a mess. So anyhow, thank you, Val. That's awesome. And yes, we do appreciate it. And we appreciate all you fine folks who are stopping by and listening to us. And I didn't mean that to be as much of a dig, but that's where she went with it. I'm just saying.
I don't know. My brain just
I'm at Velveeta. She's somewhere else.
He's tame. I'm like over here somewhere.
Just saying. All right. Let's move on before we get heckled. I'm just saying. I am a quarter Irish, and Static J was just saying that him and Fiona, we're tame. Compared, and I'm like, I would not even want to be a fly on the wall.
No,
with
I think the flies would get scared.
Two Irish persons with their Irish up. I knew
an Irish woman.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I want to do my DNA.
Do you now?
Yeah, to figure out my ancestry and stuff like that. Do my ancestry.
What's going to happen when you find out that you're like from Smack-a-lack-a-hack-attack?
I know. I'm probably Welsh.
Great. We'll have to look into that. But I did happen to see somewhere where they said you got to be really careful when you do those.
Yeah.
Because
I think the 23andMe is more accurate.
I got to do more research because one of them they're saying you're getting, you may not be getting the results you're expecting, and there are reasons behind it.
Yeah.
So I
want to do an accurate one, but
good stuff.
I'm probably like Dutch.
All right.
I don't know.
No, you're definitely got Irish in you. All right. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by GxProxy.com and GxProxy.eu for our cashers serious about leaving their mark. And also by
coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when the coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors. And if you want to see more of their products, please be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well. And I feel like I was very Southern.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, I think we ruffled your tail feathers a little. Yeah, moving on. Yeehaw! Yep. Edit cache page update. GxProxy and the end of the year souvenir. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 220. All right, so good stuff. Let's move on to part 1. We got a message in. If you haven't received your email, get hooked up with the blog and that for geocaching.com because they've got some really good updates. Now, we're not going to go over all this, but I'm going to we'll have in the show notes 2 links. One's going to be to the blog, and I'm going to bring this up on your screen so you guys who are watching the video can see it. And for the folks that are listening to the podcast, we'll just be descriptive and tell you about stuff. And so we'll bring that up.
Maybe.
And then, no, we got it. And then here we go. So this is right out of the blog officially. And it's improvements to the edit cache listing page. And basically what they say is, today we're excited to announce big improvements to the edit cache listing page. It's now easier to create cache pages with fewer issues so that caches are published more smoothly. For cache owners who have used the page for a long time, the changes might take some getting used to, but we're confident that once you are familiarized with the new page, you'll find it much easier to get your cache page ready for the community. Now, I can already hear the buzzing already. So we are not going to go after the reviewers. We're not going to point fingers. We're not going to do anything like that, because there's an entire process out there. What they're trying to do is digitally change things to make things a little bit easier. And talking with the guys at Geocaching Podcast this week, there were mixed emotions about it. There really was. There's some really cool stuff that they did. Some other ones they aren't. They're trying. So at least they're going with that. So among the updates to the edit cache page, or cache listing page, is waypoints and attributes are integrated into the page. That means that there's no need to visit a separate page and add edit waypoints or attributes. The page's map is much more useful. You can now see posted coordinates and waypoints on the map. Also, we've switched the page's map to OpenStreetMap, which allows cache owners to zoom in and out, because for some reason that plus and minus was just blowing people out of the water.
Oh, good grief.
As well as double check that coordinates that are at the correct location. And also to the submit for review process is simplified. We can read tons more about the improvements in the official release notes. Well, guess what? I'm going to click on the little link here. And again, this will be in the show notes. And this whole set is all the changes that they have done.
That's a lot.
And we're not going to go over that because we're a half-hour show. But some of the highlights, basically they said with this release, I'm not even going to do that we just talked about it, but as far as streamlining the edit.
This whole thing,
but some of them, waypoints are integrated into the edit cache listing page. No need to visit another page. Waypoints are now smart, when in quotes, meaning cache owners won't see waypoints that aren't allowed for their cache type, and must enter waypoints that are required for their cache type. Now, what I understand is, and I have not seen it yet, Chad was talking about last night, that they now have the circles where you can see where you can place things and can't, and what that'll interfere with if you're close to another cache, that kind of fun stuff. Attributes are integrated into the edit cache listing page. No need to visit another page anymore. Maps are more useful. So see posted coordinates and waypoints at the same map. Amen. We switched the OpenStreetMap, allowing you to zoom in and out because, like I said, wow. Posted coordinates are shown on virtual blue or physical green. Waypoints are shown as virtual blue or physical green and denoted in the map pin by prefix code. Parking, reference, and trailheads are now brown. I think they were before, but good enough. Let's see other good stuff. Cache owners can see if their posted coordinates or waypoints conflict with another physical visible waypoint, except for the finals or waypoints of puzzle caches. We still have that issue where you found this fantastic geocache. It's perfect. The spot's perfect. It's wonderful. What do you mean I can't put it here because there's a waypoint from a multi-cache or a puzzle cache around there, which will not show up on the map. So that's how that works. They're trying, but
apparently the screen is blurry for him.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't care.
The submit for review process is simplified. I'll see that when I believe it, but basically cache owners are required to enter a reviewer's note when submitting a cache for review. I'm going to bring us back so that we can see that. If a cache owner wants to edit a cache that is already submitted for review, they need to cancel their cache submission. This brought up some thoughts. The cache owner can then resubmit the cache for review and enter a reviewer note explaining any changes that they've made. So you're disconnecting out of the system if you make any changes. And if you're like me or many of the other people that put out geocaches, you change that thing a zillion times before it's right. So you're putting yourself and taking yourself out of the system to do this. Now, my question was to the folks at GCPC was, okay, you're in a log of people that are wanting their geocache to be done. You take your geocache, who is now up here in the pecking order, you take it out because you made a change. You put it back in after you do the change. Does that put you at the bottom of the list again? So that's one of the things that we brought up that was rather interesting, and I'd like to get some clarification on that. So hopefully we can get a hold of the fine folks at Groundspeak, aka geocaching.com, and see what kind of stuff that they can clarify. Yeah, very good. So that is part of that. There's others involved with that, other items that are updated. And again, check out the show notes, go to the blog, read up on it. Other updates. D1 is enforced for all event caches. Event caches must have a 1-star difficulty rating because it is easy for geocachers to find the events. The problem is there have been events that we've gone to, and Scott and Chad and Sarah were talking about that as well, that were not easy to go to. So what happens with that when the difficulty actually is a little more difficult to go to the cache? Event caches no longer include a container size. All right, I can go with that. The admin tools no longer link to separate pages to edit attributes, edit waypoints, and upload images, since you can make those changes on the edit cache listing page. The edit cache listing page now includes an upload image link. No cache owner or so cache owners can add photos via that link. And again, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's in this to go by, and we'll have the links in our show notes. Just go to where we keep all our episodes at GeoSnippits Reboot.com and check out the show notes and click on the links and check them out for yourself. There's a ton of stuff that they added, plus comments. So we'll see what happens. You know, they're changing things around, trying to make it better. I can't give them fault for that. You know, nobody makes the ultimate mousetrap every time. So kudos to geocaching.com for keeping up with the updates. All right, now this one's going to be a little more difficult to talk about. If you have not noticed or read Facebook, or if you're not hooked in with GxProxy.com, who is one of our sponsors, they had, the only way that I can put this, they had a catastrophic event at their location where they are at. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I was on
her business to tell.
Right, it's her business to go through. If you check out Facebook, she will show you a picture of the brand new pool barn where all the equipment and other things were put into, and what it looks like now after everything had happened. I will tell you this, everybody is okay. It wasn't one of those things where it was an explosion of, it wasn't, everybody's fine. Okay, I guess
it just, the equipment was destroyed.
All the equipment, all the merchandise, all the stuff in it has been destroyed, put out of commission.
So
is basically what it is.
They're fine. Starting with nothing now.
Yeah.
For the business.
Right.
We're not talking about them, but with their basement and the barn and everything is just,
they're physically fine. Health is there, but the business is gone. It's been completely wiped out. And again, we'll let Beverly, whatever comments she wants to put into Facebook or any of the social media and what exactly happened. She has sent out some pictures. Now, the other thing, when I talked to her, I literally was on the phone a half hour with her yesterday, matter of fact. And that is because I said, do you want me to take your GxProxy off the show as a sponsor? And they said no. She said, what's going to happen? People are still going to want stuff for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are over the next week or two. She said she's going to send us all the information and the new verbiage of what we will put on the show so that you can contact her to do personalized specialty stuff.
Yep.
So she's not going completely out of business, though GxProxy is going out of business. So, yeah, that's it's a shame. We hate to see stuff like this, but it is just, there's a point that you reach in a business where you just kind of go, enough's enough.
Yeah.
And that's where they're at.
That's where she's at.
Yeah. So we're going to keep close ties with her. We will keep you informed. And she is going to send us, she's in the process of sending us some new stuff that they're working on. It's going to take a while for them to get even to a baseline start.
Mm-hmm.
And once they do that, then they can figure out what they want to do there. And whatever merchandise she wants to sell, be it geocaching or other ways, we'll let you know. And that way you can still keep up on it. There'll be other outlets for people to keep up with it. And we will keep you fine folks informed. So it's a shame. And we will still be with them. We love Beverly. We love Chris. We love the whole GxProxy crew. And they've done wonderful for us. And the least we can do is help them in a time like this. So that's it. That's what we got for part 2 for GxProxy. And if you got any questions, contact Beverly on Facebook. And you can get in touch with it through the GxProxy site on Facebook. And she'll answer what you need. All right. Good stuff. All right. Moving on. The final thing that we're going to be talking about tonight, if we talked about it earlier, I think it's time to be a refresher because it's only...
I want to do this.
It's only a couple weeks.
Yeah.
As far as actually doing it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll have, again, in the show notes, a link to all this information. But this is basically how this goes.
Because we're both off, so why not?
Yeah, I don't know what to... I mean, wow. Yeah, we'll have time.
I know.
Wow. I don't know how to handle that.
He's like, what? We're both off? What?
All right. So anyways, 2017 has been a fun year for geocaching. We celebrated 3 million active geocaches, went geocaching around the globe with Where's Signal the Frog. We had a great time last night on GCPC talking about this. The next place Signal is going to Australia.
What?
Yeah. He's going to Australia is the next place.
He's going to get eaten there.
That's where we kind of went with that. Check out TCPC and
gosh,
for last night. And found Pirate Booty. Yeah, baby. With Lost Treasure of Mary Hyde. But it's time to start looking ahead. So let's make 2018 the best year ever. To get us off to a good start, we're announcing 2 new souvenirs. One to celebrate your last cache of 2017 and one to celebrate your first cache of 2018. How can I earn both souvenirs? I'm glad you asked. Find a geocache or attend an event on December 31st, 2017 to earn the last cache of 2017 souvenir. Find a geocache or attend an event on January 1st. July would be way too late. January 1st, 2018 to earn the first cache of 2018 souvenir.
I have a friend whose birthday is December 31st.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool.
I told her the whole world celebrates with her.
I'm telling you. Well, I had a grandfather and a cousin on Christmas. That's gotta suck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a
New
whole
Year's Eve
thing.
is awesome.
Yeah, New Year's Eve is like party.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. So anyways, that's how that works. You get go to an event or find a geocache on the 31st of December or January 1st of 2018, and you get a souvenir for each one of those. Be sure to give that a try. And I'm also going to do a plug again for Geocaching Podcast. If you check out last night's episode, it was about Geocaching Day.
Oh my gosh, Christmas Day.
Yes. So basically, what this is,
did
Scott
you get
Burks.
His address?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Scott Burks and another geocacher about, I think this is their 9th or 10th year, that they go out there's some rules. So you go check out the Geocaching podcast from last night. There are some rules that you have to do.
Okay.
To do this. But what the reason why I want to bring this to your attention, one of the things that you have to do is you have to set up a event somewhere, anywhere, to set up an event. And there's a reason for it. So I'll give you a couple of the highlights. First thing, you have to find a geocache before the sun comes up. You go geocaching during the day, and there's X number that you kind of go as a goal for of finding geocaches. And he tells a lot about how he walked down Michigan Avenue in downtown Chicago, and there wasn't a car in sight. It's a ghost town. Nobody goes out for Christmas Day until later on in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So if you do this in the morning, you get caught up. So anyways, you go out and you find X number of geocaches for the day. You have to do this event, and the event is basically made to invite other geocachers to come join you, including the party that's with you.
Geocachers or geocachers?
Geocachers to come mingle with the geocachers. So that they can shame them. How dare you walk away from your family on Christmas Day, come party with us. So that's part of the thing with it. And then finally, when the sun goes down, you're done. I mean, you can continue to go on geocaching, but the idea is you're done. Sun up to sundown is what you go with that. And it sounds like a lot of fun.
So funny.
You have to go at the I don't think it has to be at the event, but one of the things that is a guideline must is you must eat at a Chinese restaurant. And
we participate in that.
We do this. We talked about that last night, where we have found on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
We do it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, because you've eaten earlier in the afternoon and it's now later in the evening. So it's
fun.
And it's fun because everybody else is there and the place is packed.
We go meet our other Jewish friends. Yes. We're not Jewish, but
So it's a lot of fun.
Go meet our Jewish friends.
It's something we want to start off as a tradition. So check out Geocaching Podcast from yesterday's episode on Wednesday, and check that out. And all the details are there. It's a lot of fun. And I really want to see this take off because they've been gradually building. They're starting to get other people to do geocaching days.
Oh, cool.
And doing that.
Good.
And we want everybody that's doing it to send in to us, pictures.
Well, if we participate in the Chinese food part, does that count?
We will as a honorable mention.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Check it out. And I wanted to do a plug for Scott Burks and his amazing idea for geocaching day.
That is so funny.
Lots of stuff.
That's
all right. Good stuff. Let's move on.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Yes, and please consider it's the end of the year, and we've paid a lot of the big bills, which has depleted our resources. So if you would be ever so kind, go to geosnippets.com, and on the PayPal or the Patreon logos, if you can click on either one of those and donate a couple of bucks each month to help keep us going, we would greatly appreciate it. Your funds literally pay for us doing the show. And I don't mean us getting a paycheck. I mean all the basics it takes to just run the show, pay for the hosting, all the fun things that go along with it. That's all because of you fine folks and the contributing factor to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe. So please consider that. And we appreciate every bit that you guys give to us. And thank you to them. And thank you for the folks that are going to start up with us. So thank you so much. All right. Let's move on to this. All right. Now, you have already heard from Val who is the winner of November's Cash Stash. We have a new contest, and this is going to be frightening because I don't know what's going to happen. All right. So it's going to work very similar to, and you'll know what I mean in a minute when I tell you.
I'm finding out with you guys.
Okay. So basically what happens to be eligible to win December's Cash Stash, you have to do the following thing. There will be prizes awarded each week. Next week we'll do 2, and then we'll do 3 and 4 right up to the drawing. And you'll be able to see the sponsors and the prizes each week that we have in it. And then you can see what the entire prize is. There was quite a load for November that went out to Vel. So that's awesome. So this is how this works. If you want to win, you can't play if you don't win. Or something like that. Yes. You can't win if you don't play. So anyways, what you can do is this. You need to send email entries to us, and you have to email, and this is very, very specific, and there's a reason for this. You email your entries to gsreboot@gmail.com, and this is the part that you have to do right, besides the correct email address, because it won't get to us otherwise. So gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject, exactly put as this: December Cash Stash 2017. In the subject line, December Cash Stash 2017. The reason why, and you'll find out in a second for that, will become obvious. In your each subscription, an entry that you're putting in, not subscription, each entry, you must include your caching alias, your name, actual name, and your address, so we know who to send it to. So caching alias, name, address. Now here's the funny part. Funny, haha, strange. We've never done this before. You can send in as many entries as you would like. Go crazy, go bananas, send a zillion of them, but they have to go to gsreboot@gmail.com with the subject line December Cash Stash 2017. And you have to have your caching alias, your name, and your address in each one. I want to see what happens.
You're going to get a boatload of
that's
emails.
The whole point. Now, they're saying, well, why are you saying that? Because sometimes when people send in the contest, they'll just say December Cash or the stash, or they don't ever put the specific subject that's in there, or they misspell it, or whatever. I am going to put everything into a folder digitally, and I'm going to use December Cash, CACHE, Stash, STASH, 2017 as the thing to pull out all the emails. And then we will total them up, which is very easy to do nowadays, and then we'll random drawing for whoever wins this. But you can send as many as you want, and I want to see how this works. So this will be interesting. So yeah, go with that. Have fun. You can start doing it tonight. And some lucky winner is going to win 4 fantastic prizes, and we will do 2 of them next week, and then we'll do the next 2 weeks after that, leading up to the actual drawing. The drawing is going to be done on January 3rd, 2018. 4th?
You have 4th right
there. They got to be in by the 3rd. They're going to do the drawing on the 4th.
Okay.
Thank you for catching that.
Now, when he says we're going to do 2 a week,
that just means
that doesn't mean we're going to draw 2.
No, we're just putting 2 prizes in that you will know about. Right. So you'll
to clarify.
Yep. So you'll see 2 prizes go into the Cash Stash next week, and then you'll have the next 2 weeks to where you actually do the drawing. The prize will go in there. So it'll be a total of 4 prizes, and they will be good, and you will love them, and it'll be worth putting in an effort. So we'll see. We'll see who the players are, and we will go from there. And one lucky winner is going to win the Cash Stash for December. All right. Good stuff. Man, this show goes by quick. All right, let's do this.
And we're over.
Yeah, we're done.
No, I mean time-wise.
That's because you brought up the couch. I blame you.
Which proved apparently that I'm Irish.
Let us know, please, what you think of tonight's show. And yes, this really is how we are, and you know that more than we do. Let us know what you think about tonight's episode. Please consider becoming a patron and tell other geocachers about our show as well, so they can get in and go, oh my God, is that real? So yeah, we'll go with that. And my wife Amy, please.
Thank you to our sponsors, GxProxy.com and CoinsAndPins.com, plus our amazing patrons. Thanks to Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching and the chat room.
Yeah, do you realize we did 45 minutes tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, special thanks to wife Amy, who is patient and wonderful, because she wants that half hour right there because she likes her evenings. Mm-hmm. All right, good stuff. Good luck to everybody with the cash stash.
Now that you called me out,
baby,
I'm going to own it.
And we'll see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Bye-bye, folks. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version of it is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519, or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production. It is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. This show is copyright 2017 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. Now hang on for a second. Don't go anywhere. I said I would do this, so I'm going to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but it's close.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is the holiday season. And whoop-de-doo. Here we go. He's here. He's back. And he is here.
Can I officially go on record saying that I hate this thing?
It
annoys me, and I don't know why.
And everybody's wondering why.
I don't know.
To officially start the holiday season for 2017, I bring to you
Chris freaking Moose.
Chris Moose.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Even the dog is looking at you like you're crazy.
Good night, everybody. See you next week. Ain't that right, Jingle Bells? Mr. Chris Moose. Yeah. See you next week, folks. Bye-bye.